years of age and I'm not afraid. Hey.
And in case you're just joining us, this is the voice of the Radio Diva, Roya the Radio Diva, live on Nightingale Radio, the voice of nurses. And this is the Talking Points with Roya Radio Talk Show. And today we are commemorating, of course, the International Day of the Girl Child, which was last Friday. But today, 14th of October, we are celebrating here live on the show. I have a guest, I have guests joining me on the show today. And we are going to be discussing something really very important.
Well, there's something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo, 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 ayo.
So last Friday, which was the International Day of the Girl Child, an NGO, a non-governmental organization, decided to put together a very, very impactful training program for media personalities. And this organization is Center for Community Development, Family and Health Initiative. This organization has decided to create awareness and advocate for sexual reproductive health rights of the girl child. This is the topic we'll be discussing today, commemorating the International Day of the Girl Child. If we are planning a future for the girl child, of course, we need to put the health, especially the reproductive health of the girl child, into very deep consideration, because the continuity of every generation lies in the hands of the feminine gender. If the sexual health of the girl child is battered from childhood, then there might not be continuity, because we need the sexual reproductive system of the girl child for continuity, if you know what I mean.
Hey, all up and ready for takeoff, so I can fly away. House is getting smaller the way up. In my heart, a sunny day, dreaming of.
And according to research, the major challenges affecting the girl child, especially in Nigeria, is poverty, peer pressure, early marriage, unwanted pregnancies, negligence, rape, ignorance, being their family's burden bearers, lack of parental care, and so many others. All these things hinder their education, hinders their bright future, it deters them from attaining their goals in life. And that is the reason why we really need to address this issue of female sexual reproductive health rights, especially in Ogun State. And the Center for Community Development, Family and Health Initiative has decided to come up with this project to sensitize the public and create more awareness on the sexual reproductive rights of the female child, the girl child, coming from the angle of safe termination of pregnancy, stop sexual and gender-based violence. We are saying no to sexual and gender-based violence, and we want to encourage the girl child to speak up against sexual violence, so that we can rid our society of this menace.
Well, there's something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo, ayo, ayo.
And joining us to discuss this, we have the Executive Director of CDI in person of Mr. Fidelis Igbodikpe, who will be joining us on the show today. And we shall also be speaking to the communication officer of that NGO in person of Mr. Akinleye Moses Bamidele. He would also be joining us live on the show to discuss the issue of sexual reproductive health rights of the female child. So, like I told you earlier on the show, I mentioned that we will be having two guests on the show today to discuss the subject of sexual reproductive health rights of the girl child. We have Mr. Fidelis Igbodikpe, the Executive Director of CDI. Mr. Fidelis Igbodikpe, good afternoon. You're welcome. You're live now on Nightingale Radio. This is Talking Points with Royal Radio Talk Show. You're welcome on the show, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you and good afternoon, Nigeria.
Good afternoon. The world can hear you. So quickly, let's talk about sexual reproductive health rights and what your organization is committed to doing in terms of sexual reproductive health rights. Can you tell us more about this project?
Yeah, thank you so much. We are an organization very conscious of our mandate, a project area where we work, and that is the Nigerian space. And we have discovered that young people have a lot of reproductive rights issues. We are conscious of what the World Health Organization says about the reproductive rights of people and the international legal instrument. So, as in part of it is access to comprehensive health and access to reproductive health. So, we as an organization is striving very hard to ensure that easy access to reproductive rights are guaranteed Nigerian girls, and especially with special attention to Ogun State in particular.
Thank you very much. So by reproductive health, reproductive health is actually wide. So what aspects of reproductive health? We have maternal and child health, and so many others. So what aspects of reproductive health exactly are you concentrating on in this project?
One, we are actually concentrating on the sexual and gender-based violence, reduction of gender and sexual and gender-based violence. We are also very conscious and working assiduously to ensure that we reduce unsafe abortion in the Nigerian societies.
So, unsafe abortion, I would like to pick you up on that subject of unsafe abortion. We Nigerians have a whole lot of myths and beliefs about abortion, from the angle of people believing that committing abortion is same as committing murder. So how can you sell the idea of unsafe abortion and safe abortion to the public so that they can actually view it from your own angle of seeing that some abortion can actually be safe and legal in its right?
Thank you very much. It's not an issue of people getting to my side or speaking from the same side. It is actually speaking to the law that abounds in the country, and also to the legal instruments, international legal instruments that we have. We have seen that every minute abortions are being carried out, whether recorded or not recorded, and most especially by unskilled people. even people that are not medical officers. We have also seen where young people do procure abortion on their own, mixing very potent local portions, and in the process, some of them loses their fallopian tube or uterus. Some of them, it led to fatality where they lose their life. Uh, some could not even bear children when they abortion. Safe abortions are very legal. Your state as another state for having the Ogun State stop guidelines. In the stop guidelines, it specifies the categories of people who can procure this abortion and the methods by which these abortions can be procured. It is not something that is being operated. They have the drugs. There are two types of drugs which you permit me not to mention on the here so that young people don't go and abuse them. And that is, and the law permits this, and that is, we have some protocols that also permit it. So abortion in Nigeria cannot be safely said to be illegal or not recognized by government and by medicine.
Thank you very much. I really love that, and I believe people who are listening right now can actually take note of this, that abortion cannot be illegal. But I would like you to also break down some of these other sexual reproductive health rights that the public don't actually know about, especially the ones that exist in Ogun State here.
We have access to preventive pregnancy, and that is what most people call family planning.
Contraceptives, the use of contraceptives, if I may put
family planning. We have the hygiene, why young people should have access to sanitary pad.
That's menstrual health.
Yeah, that's menstrual health. Thank you so much. So we also have what we call their ability to say no to sex if they don't want sex. Their ability to say, yes, this pregnancy, I don't want it. Because if a pregnancy is at the risk of taking the life of the person who bears the pregnancy, or the pregnancy is at the risk of the whoever that carries the pregnancy to go into depression to the extent of attempting to take her life, they have the right and the choice to say they want to keep or they don't want to keep such pregnancies.
Thank you very much. So how long has this project been going on, and what is the success rate so far?
We have a salvage. We termed this salvage, and this is a project being supported by Amplified Change. We just started this project in September 15 precisely, and we are targeting 3 local governments as pilot local governments in Ogun State, but we are working through the entire space of Ogun State. We have formed a network of civil society organizations on sexual health, reproductive health. We have also engaged the media. We have trained the civil society organizations, and we have identified stakeholders. I will be meeting with the stakeholders. We also be meeting very soon with the policymakers in Ogun State, importantly the Ogun State House of Assembly. We have looked at the child protection law and also the Ogun State crop guidelines. We have engaged a consultant who have done work on that, and we'll be meeting them up on the advocacy on the gaps we have seen, making our suggestions, and possibly seeing that these gaps are covered in the nearest future.
Thank you very much, and I would like to go on this very short music break. And we have been discussing the subject of sexual reproductive health rights in Nigeria, especially in Ogun State, a project that is being chaperoned by CDI. This organization has really impressed me a lot with their project. I love what they're doing and I love what they're still set to do more, in terms of helping the girl child to grow the way they should grow, advocating for sexual reproductive health rights, and of course, the safe termination of pregnancy stop and sexual and gender based violence. Center for Community Development, Family and Health Initiative, formerly known as Community Development Initiative, is on this project and they are doing well. So I still have with me the executive director of this organization, and I will be joined by Mr. Akinleye Moses Bamidele, the communication officer of this organization. Hello, are you still here with me? Mr. Bamidele, have you joined us?
Good evening, Ronye. Good evening, Nigeria.
Good evening, Mr. Bamidele. You're welcome to Talking Points with Royan Radio Talk Show.
Thank you very much.
All right.
It's a pleasure joining me on the show this evening.
Thank you. It's nice having you here. All right. So Mr. Igbodikpe has been, educating us on the project so far, where you started from and where you are today. And I would love you to tell us about some of your collaborations, your projections, what you set to achieve, and some success stories that you have so far, in the short while that this project kicked off.
Thank you very much. The project theme name is Salvage, and Salvage stands for Safe Approach to Life, Nonviolence, and Gender Equality. So, since we started the project in September, we've been able to reach out to some of the major stakeholders that will be helping us in achieving our goal as a body. We've been able to train CSOs and media. And the reason why we took approach to the media is because of the way they report cases of sexual and gender-based violence. And we know that the media has a very strong place in dissemination of information and reaching more people more than we can do. So we trained media professionals, and we've been using our social media handles all over in preaching this gospel in order to reduce sexual and gender-based violence and promoting safe abortion in Ogun State.
Okay. So do you have any plans for victims, those girls who are already victims of this menace? Apart from the awareness, the advocacy, and all that, do you have any plans in your organization for girls who have already fallen victim of sexual violence, assault, unsafe abortion, and the likes?
Yeah, let me just correct you on something.
Okay,
they are
please
not
do.
called victims.
Okay.
They are called survivors.
Survivors.
Yeah. Because the word victim alone can traumatize them. So we
Okay.
need survivors because they've been through it. So our advocacy is going to touch everybody, every stakeholder, from parents, community leaders, religious leaders, girls, even men folks. Because when we talk about sexual and gender-based violence, our minds go straight to the female gender, girls and women. But when you look at it deeply, you see that it's also affecting the male gender, boys growing up, and so the advocacy would be touching all stakeholders.
Okay, good. So it will go around after all.
Sorry, Ronye, I don't know if you can. I can add more to what the CEO.
Please
the
do.
communication officer
Please do,
said.
Mr. Igbodikpe. Please do.
Yeah, thank you so much. As an organization, having seen the effects of this GBV, we created a committee. We have a committee, Children and Youth in Council, and we also have another one, Community Child Protection Committee. These two committees have been working over 3 years now, to ensure that the community are sensitized. They have held a lot of street shows. They have appeared on live radio uh, programs. And as an organization, we have also had a lot of cases that we have taken to court for prosecution. That is the suspect. We
Wow.
we have we have gotten we have gotten four four of the court decisions have favored us the rulings. So
Okay.
we have them serving several degrees of sentence. The last one we got was sentenced to life imprisonment. Someone who called himself a pastor that raped a 16-year-old SS1 secondary school girl. So that has been, and we still have cases that are still in court. We have of a biological father who have been having carnal knowledge of a 5-year-old daughter when she was as from 3 years to 5 years.
Wow.
So that case is still in court. So these are part of the things we have been doing. And as an organization too, we have decided to put up a structure, a safer home for survivors of SGBV. That will be as a stop home for them before they can get relocated. So we are putting that one up also in the community called Igbaga in Ijebe, Mushin, Ogun State.
Wow, that's so lovely. I love the progress you've made in a short while, and I hope that we get to hear more of your project in the nearest future. Going forward, we want to see more progress going on in that project. I particularly am very interested in that project. So we are already at the tail end of the show right now. So before I let you go, Mr. Igbodikpe and Mr. Bamitele, I would like you to give your final word of advice to those who are listening concerning the sexual health of the girl child. What do you have to say to the society?
All right. My word for everyone is that we should join hands together in fighting sexual and gender-based violence. Because majority of times when we have issues like this, we find out that families and parents of the survivors even plead on behalf of the suspect, which is not supposed to be so. So we should join hands together as a society in fighting this menace. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bamitele. Mr. Igbodikpe, over to you.
My body, my right, my choice. It is my body. It's all about me. It's all about my future. My health is about my future. I speak on behalf of every female gender that male gender should please respect their opinion, respect their rights, and as a government should please make reproductive health services easily available for every concerned person.
Thank you very much. And so before you go, is there a contact, if people want to reach you, probably for partnership, collaborations, or even to report a case, is there a contact they can reach out to, or maybe social media handles or something? Would you like to provide us with that?
Yes, yes, yes. They can reach out. They can reach out to us on 080 50 52 7206. Once again, 080 50 52 7206. And you can also reach out to us by our LinkedIn, Center for Community Development, Family and Health Initiative.
Center for Community Development, Family and Health
Family and Health
Initiative.
Initiative.
Good, good. And aside LinkedIn, what about Facebook, Instagram,
We have
Twitter?
we have our Facebook. Our Facebook is Community Development, Family and Health Initiative.
Okay.
Community Development, Family and Health Initiative.
Okay. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you so
And
much.
also
Okay.
we have our Instagram. We have community_development CDI. Community_development
Underscore development
CDI.
CDI. Okay.
TBI, yeah.
Okay. That's good. Thank you so much, Mr. Igbodipe and Mr. Bamidele, for joining us on the show today. It was really nice having this conversation with you, and I am sure that our listeners have learned one or two in this subject of sexual reproductive health, right? As a registered nurse and a media personality who is also committed to public health advocacy using the media, I am fully part of this project, and I would love everyone to also join hands together. Like they already said, let's join hands together to support the girl child and to also advocate more for the sexual rights of the girl child. Let's play Run the World by Beyonce while we say our goodbyes.
Who run the world, girls? Who run the world?